Seriously. All right, let's bring the boys in. Let's bring the boys in.
Erect nips. Yes, boys.
Sorry,
Yes,
this is
boys.
how you start a combo.
I'm wearing
Erect
3
nipples.
t-shirts to stop it from showing today.
Yeah. I always wear black.
You're on mute, Robbie.
Did my nipples
Mute
send me
yourself,
to
Robbie.
Alaska.
Mate, the man just rolled in and bought emojis for the whole bar. It was literally
Yeah,
like he
G.
bought in and bought
Right?
a round of subscriptions for everyone in the bar.
Emojis for all.
G. Yeah, G. Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bare fucking base faces getting about.
yeah.
Well, your
Hey, it's
responses
jokes.
were amazing. Robbie, your response seeing
I'd never
that,
seen that happen before. I didn't know that was a thing.
you were like, what?
Like, whoa.
I was.
Oh,
I didn't
it's
know that was a thing. I didn't know someone just came in and just bought subscriptions for everyone. It was
That's
beautiful.
gift
well,
subs.
that is the thing. It's called
I knew
gift
gift
subs.
subs were a thing. I didn't know someone just came in and just bought it for the whole fucking place. I loved it.
Yeah, you
You
can
were
do
also
that. I
being
think the biggest.
rewarded for your talents too, right? So
Yeah.
that's-
I think the biggest I've seen, and I saw it randomly, just like looking for different people on this platform. Someone just came in and like gave 50 people like
Wow.
gift stuff in a 50 pack. Do you know what I mean? It was mental. It was just like wow, and that like. Yeah, like, and to
What
be
was the
fair, like, they
username
was
so we
doing
can
like loads
invite
of
them to watch?
art and stuff like that. They were doing a load of art and like they were drawing pictures and caricatures of like the viewers and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like it was really heartwarming because she just started crying and
Wow.
stuff, which is like I did it though when John B did it when first time John B came through, and all I saw in the chat was Loft Crew engage, and it was hype train gift like 5-pack, 10-pack. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm literally like crying, like I'm going off camera and crying, like, bruh, this is like the nicest thing that's ever happened to me on here, just out of nowhere and stuff, man. Twitch can hit you like that. It can get you like that, you know.
Oh, Mad Rush
That's
in the
never
comments.
got-
Yes, Robbie. Yes, James. How you doing, Mad
Yeah,
Rush, man?
Rush,
Looking
mate.
forward to your show next
Mad.
week.
Yeah,
But
right.
welcome, boys.
Yeah,
Welcome,
man.
boys. It's
Yeah,
nice.
man, I've been wanting this for a little while. Oh yeah, do you know what a Sports Direct mug is, Clint? Do you know that?
You now know what a Sports Direct mug is.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
Bigger.
it's half mug, half jacuzzi.
Like, whenever there's a major flood, there's always like a joke that goes wrong, and someone spilt their Sports Direct mug. It's just like it's a running joke in the UK.
Yeah,
I see
big
you have the
mug,
small
massive.
one with you.
Big mug, massive. Yeah, big. How are both of you? How are you, boys? It's more of a casual conversation for me because we all know each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know,
I was
going to
say,
you two for years.
Is this the first coffee talk where all 4 people have been in the same room before?
Yeah.
Or all guests have been in the same room before?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, so all 4 of us have met each other in real
All
life.
4
It's
of
just-
us were in one room at one point.
Yeah.
shit.
We've all met and been in the same room as each other, as well as.
Oh,
do you know what I mean, being
yeah.
on
Let's.
coffee
Yeah,
talk,
we
like.
didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't even. Yeah, amazing. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, on June 18th, the amazing Chrissy Rasco brought the 4 of us together to
AKA
meet
Liquid
in
Cleanse,
real
AKA
life.
DJ
Billy was
Footnotes.
so excited the night before. He didn't sleep. He was like,
Shogo C with the
Christmas Eve.
raid. What? Raid number 2.
Yo.
Shogo C coming in with the raid. Boy. Thank
Yeah,
you so
Shogo
much,
C.
Shogo C.
Yeah,
Raiders,
man.
Raiders, welcome to the show.
Oh, that raid emote
DJ
is so good.
Mhm.
That is so good. I need that raid emote. Like that's cool. Just seeing all the people just like look at him dancing on the
God,
edge like a
here's my
dickhead.
Anna.
Yeah.
Speaking of dance like a dickhead, I enjoyed your
With the
moves.
glow-
earlier,
the glow
Dilly.
sticks.
Oh, could you see Dilly's
That's that fine.
moves
Oh,
as
it's
well?
so
It was
good.
quite good.
I filmed a little bit. It was so good when you were waiting for the drop. So good.
Yeah, there was. Oh, there was.
So what I was
intention
getting
behind
at is
line.
that
Yeah.
yo, thank you so much again on that bringing the Uber through. But what we were saying is on June 13th, Liquid Cleanse
18th.
brought the 4 of us together for an IRL gig where the 3 Manchester. Well, are you all from Manchester or?
Yeah,
I
technically.
mean, James is a bit of an imposter, but we've accepted him now. He's
I
done
moved
enough
up
work
here
where
when
we've
you've
accepted him.
You've invited him. He's been invited.
I've lived in Manchester for more than half my life, so I'm an adopted Mancunian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like fully ordained,
I said
adopted
17th.
ordained, adopted
Ordained, bro.
Mancunian.
Been
But yeah,
christened
no,
in
yeah,
Red Stripe.
yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely in
Nikki's
dry
calling
bar.
me out
What
on
is
date
it? Bar. It's Saki Bar, bro.
In Saki Bar. Christened with a warm red stripe in Saki Bar.
Right. This is what's going to end up happening because we've known each other. There's so many stories. There's so many things that we've done over the last 20 years and stuff.
Yeah.
But initially, to get this kicked off, do you know what I mean? Because obviously I know you, and in Canada, like on the 18th of June, we all came together. We met each other. Do you know what I mean? In terms of meeting up with Clint as well. But for the people, them, where did it begin for both of you? Starting with Robbie.
I've been in drum and bass for about 18 years. I went to see Dillinger at Metropolis at the Phoenix. There's going to be so many references to old band clubs that are closed down on this. That got me to drum and bass, but that was back when it was still a little bit gangster, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The Phoenix was a dodgy venue.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I
How
felt
old
bad,
were you at that time?
I
How
was
old were you then?
17, 16, not meant to be in there in the first place. I was still a bit of a mosher. I felt such a fish out of water. And then it's a bit of a cliche, but I heard Pendulum, man, and Pendulum made me feel like Dylan got me into the genre. Pendulum made me feel like there's like a place for someone like me within it. Basically, I did it for a long time. That's where I met you, where I met both of you, and then about 10 years ago, me and Jay started working together.
Nice, mate. What about? Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, what about you, James? What about you?
For
How did it
me,
start for you?
I just got kind of really into, like, I was kind of into all electronic music when I was like 12, 13, 14. But I was really into like trance and like hard trance and hard house and stuff. But don't hold that against me. It didn't last long.
I'm joking.
I bought decks when I
I
was 15, which is 22 years ago now. And then all of my mates got decks the next year, and they were all jungle and UKG. And I was like, okay, so if I want to have a mix with my mates, I've got to buy a few. So I picked out like 10 of my the drum and bass tunes that I quite liked, and then it just grew from there. And by the time I was 17, I was only buying D&B, and you know, and by the time I was 18, I was only playing D&B. It just really grew from there. Just fucking big up my mates for having better taste than me when we were all teenagers, and taking me down the right path. And then I came up to Manchester when I was just turned 19, and it was, you know, just got stuck in straight away. One of the first nights I played was Hit and Run and Metropolis as well. I think they were the first two nights, and I started playing Platoon regularly, and from there just ended up having lots of fun DJing and playing like all the nights in Manchester.
Hit and Run was your first gig, yeah?
Harmonies. Hit and Run, I think, was my first.
Hectic Harmonies was my first ever gig, actually. My first ever gig.
I was going to ask, like, what was your first gig?
Mine was Hectic Harmonies supporting Stepper it's changed names so many times. That it used to be Bar on Fallowfield, you know, the one in the corner.
Oh yeah. And then it turned to Cubo and something else.
No, not Cubo.
No,
literally
Cubo.
No.
The one on the corner.
The one opposite 256. The one opposite what used to be the Queen Hearts.
Oh yeah,
that's where it was anyway.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Hectic Harmonies, man. Yeah. They were some legendary fucking nights. Hectic Harmonies, man. I imagine it was that period of time when I met you, Dilly, around Hectic Harmonies times.
Yeah, because I got into it late compared to you two. Like, I got into it late. I got into it like 19, 20. That was when I started going to like free raves and stuff like that. I was listening to Tape Back, so I'd already come into drum and bass, already loving drum and bass, which is interesting with you two because you came from different genres, but fell in love with it at the same time of like starting to DJ and starting to find other people that were into it as well. Whereas for me, it was already there, but I just didn't know like what was going on and stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of a problem with your mic, Robbie. When you get a bit too loud, it gets a bit crackly, crack.
No worries. So I just shut up and be quiet.
No,
that's
not
back from your source. You're getting
Rob, you've got a knob. Rob's got the same mic as me. Rob, you've got a knob here. So twist your knob until everyone's happy.
I think I twisted my knob. Fucking hell.
Okay.
You'll know if you've twisted your knob too much. You won't have to ask.
You'll definitely know when you've twisted your knob too much.
Chafe. gonna be
Is that right? I don't even know why.
Chafe and static.
moving. Might be some. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, your mic. God.
But yeah, like. Well, how was it for you, Robbie? Actually, because you mentioned before that like you were a mosher. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
man.
were more into rock and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it was Pendulum that sort of I can relate to that because for me it was It was the way that Pendulum produced that opened it up for me and made me feel like okay, just being strictly software and not having to spend grands on hardware and stuff like that. Okay, I'm fully into like the software life, but for you it was the whole their image coming from rock and metal, and if that's right, is it rock and metal?
Did you
and
not
stuff
find
like
the
that?
summer of 2005 changed everything when Hold Your Colour came
Yes.
out and got big?
Yes,
Literally,
yes.
so my first night was in June. I went to Dillinger. I was the nearest thing to a sort of what you picture a Pendulum fan in the whole crowd. And then literally, Hold Your Colour came out. I went to DJ Hype at the Music Box in September, and the whole crowd was just like students with like messy hair and like jeans and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
There was
honestly
a
what for
definite
me.
shift.
That's honestly how Black and White went.
I saw that. That was that. I was at that. That was at Music Box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great night.
Your
That
mic's
was my
still clicking,
first. That
by
was
the
the
way.
first night, and I walked right up. I got to the door, and I said, "Oh, can I speak to the promoter, please?" Like, didn't know anyone. Just got to the door, and I handed Wilf. I didn't realize it was Wilf at the time. I handed Wilf a
Long time
CD. I
Wilf.
said, "Have a listen to that. I'd love to play for you sometime." And he gave me a white label. He was like, "Oh, yeah, I've got something for you. Give me this white label of a Prophecy tune."
Mm.
Didn't know me for Adam. He liked the cut of my jib coming up to him and handing him a CD, little student lad.
Mm.
But yeah,
Nice,
that sort of reminded me of that when you said that you were at that gig. We could
That's
have
the one
met that night.
Yeah, that's the one I meant anyway. Yeah, that was a big one. That was
We might have met and forgot each other.
Quite possibly. I remember around that point in time, I used to go to nights to see Tom Piper. Like that was like everyone else was like who you going to see? Come see Hype or Fricks? Go, no, I'm here to see Tom Piper. For some reason, especially because I was a rock fan. Like the front man was like the bass in it. So I went to see Dillinger and Zinc at Phoenix, and they were just something about Piper that grabbed onto me more than anything. And I was a good friend of mine.
Yeah. Well, that was it because Piper was part of Daywalkers.
Of course he
with
was.
Robin
Yeah.
and stuff. He was the front man, and they were a rock band. They
were a proper metal band. They were a metal band.
Yeah. And that I always get like sort of.
Don't worry about that, but yeah, dude, they were a
confused with all
metal
the
band.
terms,
There was no two ways about it. They were heavy.
Yeah, and that was like he was one of my inspirations in terms of being able to do something like be yourself. Like it doesn't matter if you're coming from a different genre and your approach is from a different genre. Bring that into drum and bass. Do you know what I mean? Like him, because of what he was doing, coming from a metal band. Trigger, because of his just unique style, and DRS coming from hip hop and bringing. Like loads of sensibilities over into drum and bass as well as different genres. Do you know what I mean? With Midnight Crisis. Anyway, not about me, but yeah, in terms of you two linking up and that, do you know what I mean? And like really sorting to work together. Was there a period where you started working together before GTA, or was GTA the start of like
wasn't long
the working relationship?
It wasn't
long after. I got asked to put on a drum and bass night at a place called Bangkok Bar, and like I had the stupid idea of just calling it like something really, really generic, like as a joke, something like the drum and bass night.
Uberwang.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I like the drum and bass night or something like that, and people were like, I don't really get it. Like I've got a bit of a weird sense of humor where I think something's funny and other people don't, which I'm sure you know. And
Dad,
I was like, everyone was like, that's really shit. Like think of a better name for it. So I was like, I don't know, Grand Theft Audio. And so we ran a couple of the nights. Well, I ran a couple of the nights, and then when we were thinking of doing a label because we'd made a couple of tunes together and we didn't really find anyone who wanted them that we wanted to put out on. So we thought, we'll make our own label. We just tied it in with this thing that already existed, this night that got started in 2013.
It makes more sense as a label name, if anything. So I think it worked perfectly.
Yeah, man. When did you first hear of Grand Theft Audio, Clint?
It would
I'm
have to be
interviewing everybody.
In the last couple of years, I'm being honest. You know,
it's,
so it's been like the boys know, I like when you guys gave out that Sammy Hall tune, I butchered the hell out of that thing. I played the hell out of that song. So that's really been my like major interest, even though I know I have other songs from your catalog. It's just that was really the one that kicked it off for me, even though it's almost a little different than your I don't want to say your more upfront sound, but it's, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? It's not more neuro heavy. It's more like, you know, it's more like you're kind of laid back. It's rolling.
We really do a bit of everything, man. So yeah,
right. And you got that on the intensity and that bass line, just a nice running, rolling bass line on that, you know. So I love that you guys have a lot of versatility in your production skills, and I'm going to take that as we're going to go on that for a second. You guys are on Twitch. You go by GTA Rex. You do DJing, production. You do honest reviews of people's music. That is a kicker. Being honest with people. I heard you being honest with people. Even yesterday, you guys were like, "Yo, this is too high. This needs to work." You know, like you're straight up with people. Like, "Yo, man, you got to work on this." You know, like if something was dry too, you were like, "Meh." You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
any producer, anyone who's ever produced knows that if you ask someone for a feedback, you want feedback. You don't.
You want real.
You don't just want to hear, banger, bro. You don't.
But you also don't want to hear someone just absolutely slam the shit out of your tune and just only focus on the negative stuff. So,
and that's what I loved about
feedback. We try and give constructive feedback. Where can they improve it? What can they do? And we will say things like, you know, there's nothing wrong with the composition on this, or there's nothing wrong with the sound design on this. You're doing well with that, but the frequency balance is way off. It's entirely mono above 8K. Do you know what I mean? And we'll really try and help people to get that very polished sound, because the last few years the levels are going up in terms of like mix downs, in terms of sound design and composition. You can't rest on your heels anymore. You've got to be getting after it, and you know, being able to send it to someone and say, what do you think? And they're in a position where they hear a lot of tracks because they make a lot of tracks, they sign a lot of tracks, and they get sent a lot of tracks you know, on promos and stuff, and being able to say, actually, you've missed this is valuable, rather than just trying out a bunch of things and seeing if it makes it better or worse. It's nice to just be able to get that advice.
Yeah, well, and also to, like, you just nailed it on the head. You're like, you want to make comparable music. And the reason why I never put out a single track is because I tested it versus whatever was comparable. And if it wasn't comparable, I'm not putting it out. I don't want to put out subpar. And I understand, like, if I'm a producer, I'm going to come to you guys and be like, what's up with this? And you guys are going to be like, man, what's up with the mid-range? Sound like shit. You got to, and that's what I want to hear.
We never say it sounds like
that's what I want to hear. I'd rather the harsh criticism. I'd rather it, like, and maybe that's not something for Twitch. You might come back to us on the, you know, in the back end and be like, yo, you know, just do this and this and this. If you don't want to seem so overtly,
we're not particularly
negative.
harsh. What we've said is we're only going to be harsh if you sub. It'd be a bit of like a.
We'll give you the real criticism if you sub.
If you want us to be really nasty,
10-pack.
It's like a kink thing, isn't it? If you want to be humiliated, you got to pay. Like audio engineer dominatrixes.
Yeah.
Natty saying some of the biggest tunes he had don't have the greatest mix downs.
Yeah, there's some tunes I love.
Vibe is a big part of anything, but vibe is so subjective that it's also impossible to give feedback on. So if people send it to you and say, what's the vibe like? Well, the vibe to me is going to be different than the vibe to Robbie, going to be different to the vibe to Etown or Dilly. But if the snare's too quiet, the snare's too quiet. And I think all think the snare's too quiet. So while Sam's 100% right, and vibe counts for so much, it's also, you can't do a Twitch show about vibe because it's so subject to opinion.
You can, because that's what I would do. That's what I do. I talk about the conceptual side of things, atmospherics,
I
like
do
the feel, the energy and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not great at explaining the technical side of things, which you guys are.
My bit.
You guys are more.
That's more my part of the show, to be honest. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is just
Yeah,
playing to your strengths in terms of, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd like not to call you out, Roni, but I am gonna call you out. Do you know what I mean? I am gonna call you out. Do you know what I mean? Because there's people. We've all been doing this. We've all been
What's he
doing this
good?
for 20 years. Yeah, but I won't go to Roni for feedback because I know I'm not going to get any. It will be no, it's shit or it's a banger. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Not to say that not to say that he
But he's
doesn't
straight
know
up
what
with
he's
it.
doing. Yeah, like, or not even that he's straight up or anything. It's being able to tell somebody what the actual problem is. Do you know what I mean? Like, and articulate it. If you're not good at that, then don't put yourself out there like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where I won't do that. If you want technical feedback, I'll send them to you two. Do you know what I mean? Or somebody where they can actually break it down for you.
Rounding catching
Round
strays.
is
He
catching
is.
strays.
He is, bro. The amount of people that have come to me like, "Oh, Dad, yo, he nearly ended my whole career when I sent cheats to him because he can be that harsh and that." But at least it is like, you know what I mean. At least it isn't in front of a camera, in front of everybody. It is behind the scenes and stuff. But I
When
think
is
that's a lot of it.
National Rowney Day?
Yeah, Steve can take it. Steve can take it. Somewhere out there now, bro.
Yeah, he can take
something
it.
bad's
When
happening.
is National Steve Rowney Day?
It's his birthday. Yeah, it's on his
Oh, has
birthday,
it been?
It's on his birthday. And that. But it's like, as an example, I love him. We've had it out, do you know what I mean? He knows I mean it in the best way possible and stuff. But yeah, it is that side of it. Like, I'm not great with the technical side because I'm just not that great with it. But in terms of feeling, conceptual sides, what can I add to make this feel like it's more complete? Like the technical stuff,
That's more what I
you
do.
do
Yeah.
like, yeah, the like production side of it. You're
Composition.
good with a lot of people. The composition, but maybe arrangement, maybe more trills and fills, maybe like getting a bit more creative with transitions and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of things. Because there's so many people out there that can give you the technical, but the more, like you said, subjective side of things is what a lot of people struggle with. So having more people out there that do talk about those side of things, like,
I think the
is
competition
valuable.
is so fierce that you can't really get anywhere
That's what
having
it
all
is.
vibe and no technicals, or all technicals
Yeah.
and no vibe.
No
You
vibe.
absolutely
Yeah.
need all of it.
Balance.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, if you get sent two tunes and they've both got a sick vibe, but one sounds really well mixed down, really solid, and it sounds great in the club and makes everyone move, and the other one's just a mess, you're going to sign the first one and not the second one. So vibe is absolutely vital, but so are the technicals.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Both of them.
You can't have one without the other.
Definitely. So yeah, that's why
Okay,
that's
this is
where
great.
like
This
there's so much value that comes from like the review sessions
Imagine if
that
you were
do
handed.
because you have got that balance. You know?
Someone said Goldie isn't technical. Take note. Well, Goldie uses people
Other
like
people.
Heist, and so he obviously really
Playing
cares
for it.
about the technicals. So even Goldie said isn't technical. He
Yeah,
employs people
Goldie's
who
not a
are,
great
because he knows.
example. Like, yeah, Goldie's
knows.
not a great example. Do you know what I mean? He knows it. It's like
I have a
using
good one.
DJ Khaled.
DJ SS Black. DJ SS Black. If you were
Shame.
handed that today, we talked about it the other day, and we were on Coffee Talk, and we were talking about how he overdrove his bass so that it would redline and clip, and he was actually using the clip as that sound. So imagine you guys right now being handed that, right? And you're like, holy shit, this guy's like clipping the shit out of this stuff. What is he doing?
This is a tricky one.
But then you put it on the system and you're like,
Formation
man, the vibe, holy crap, what the hell, right? And then you're all of a sudden like, we all change our opinion when, like you said, the vibe came out of something, distortion, clipping, and you know what I mean. And so
I mean,
he really rolled heavy with that.
Dillinger used to do that as well. Long before soft clippers, they would overdrive it and clip it. You use physical clipping as a sort of saturation to get that. You know what I mean? Everyone knows. Everyone knows what noise I'm trying to do. Right there in the fucking 300. You know, it's fucking great. It sounded good then, and it sounds good now. And I'd like to think that if we got handed it and it didn't actually exist in history, that we'd take it because it's a banger.
Yeah,
Right?
because the clipping now is a creative choice, which
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
creative choice for them back then, like
Mm.
getting the most out of their hardware that they were using. Do you know what I mean? Rather than the soft clipping and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. In that, but that is a great example. But even Dillinger's old tunes are great examples as well.
Yeah.
And stuff. That's the fun of it all, though. That is the fun of it all. The production, like there's a basis, there's fundamentals, but there's not necessarily a right or wrong way of doing things. There is the basics, there is the fundamentals. You need these things for them to work, most definitely. But in terms of everything else, it's up to you. It's completely up to you.
Most of that old hardware clips nicely, unlike digital clipping. It depends on
Yeah,
who's
yes,
clipping it.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can get hardware to sound good and bad, and you can get software to sound good or bad, depending on who's operating it.
This is true.
It's just
'Cause
knowing.
I've heard some
it's just knowing
amazing
your
tunes
tools.
written on a little tiny laptop, no
Yeah.
hardware, and you're just like,
Yeah.
man, like I just got busted this out, and you're like, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
busted this out on my little laptop.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I just did this on the
bro,
plane,
this is like
yeah.
genius. Yeah,
Have you ever
exactly.
seen those?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the videos of what Roscoe used to make his tunes on? It's insane. Like, just watch it on YouTube. It's literally like the whole screen is just like black and white. It's I don't even know what he did it on, but like it's a perfect example of that. And the guy changed the fucking world with some of them tunes, man. So yeah.
Yeah.
Black and white. Jesus.
You know what I mean?
what's that
No, oh, dude, literally look at it. You'll see what I mean. It's literally like lines and squares. Like it's insane.
Oh, is it? Is it
Trackers.
Amiga?
I'm not sure. I should probably know the name of it. But if you look at his old first ever YouTube, he did tutorials on it. That's how old it. Like that's how confident
It
he
was
was.
a
in it.
tracker. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
tracker.
track. Yeah.
Amiga tracker. I remember when my friends used to like back in the early '90s had it, and I didn't even understand what was going on. He's like, "This is how you make DMB." I was like, "What?" I was like,
"Well, you make Courtney
this
Jordan
is
stuff
how
like
you
that,
make
yeah."
jungle, man. He's like the way
Yeah,
that they were doing it. And he's like, boop, 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 just changing every little bit, like the way he was doing the snare rolls and stuff. I was like, what? It seemed like almost easier, like not easier per se, but it was like they were tonally able to just change it really quickly. So that's how they were able to get those, like, and so it's interesting the techniques.
I like
so
how
that's
he
that's
turned his
actually called-
camera off and then heard, but we just heard
Oh, it's just a
bubbles.
percolator. It's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's he enjoys oregano, sometimes a little basil, or basil wherever you're from. And so what he does, he
Word of God
dries,
says that
dries it
noise.
out. He dries it
Yeah,
out.
that
Right?
noise.
He dries it out,
He's in a humidifier.
and he puts it either humidifies it, adds a heat source of some sort to get the fine aroma.
That was some good basil, bro.
The basil name, look, it has a hazing effect on his eyeballs. So if he looks like
He's blowing bubbles in his McDonald's Coke.
his eyes look just a little too high. If he looks a little too happy, just understand that it's the
oregano.
effect.
So James, was Music Box? Was that your first ever rave in Manchester?
It was my first rave in Manchester.
What was yours?
Might be the
In
reason
fact,
why.
what was your first raves in general? You two, Clinton, Kelly.
Andy C and Randall for my 18th
Mm.
birthday. Andy C and Randall at the Slinkies in Bournemouth.
Slinky.
Yeah.
Desire at
That
the
was it.
roller. Desire at the Roller Express.
Gas Rave
93.
Trafford Park. What God just said. That's mate.
That's
Gas
me.
Raves.
I'm
bro.
going
Fast
old.
and legendary shit.
Oh my god! Oh, that gas rave, mate! Oh my days!
Gas
Like,
Rave
mine,
legendary, man.
mine was a fucking free party in Goit Valley. And that
I
was the
think I
first time I
remember.
met. Yeah, that was the first time I met Daylight Robbery, so Johnny Oppo.
Was
you
that-
know what I
was
mean,
that Gas
and all of
Rave?
them lot. No. Daylight
No,
Robbery was the name of
Robbery.
the sound system. So like Frisco was
Rave?
involved, Joe
remember
Vickers,
those.
do you know what I mean? Like Johnny Oppo and that. Like it was Optimus and Prime.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
tight,
yeah. That's how
Hold
weird.
tight Dharma.
Hold Tight
Yeah,
Wheel
yeah.
and that.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Dom, bro.
mate. Yeah, Hold Tight Dharma, he was a part of it as well. Hold Tight Damaged Goods.
Big up Joe.
Uh,
Yeah,
Don
Rod God
Wong.
knows. Rod God, have we
Yeah,
met
Don
you, like?
Wong.
Don Wong.
Yeah, he's from Manchester.
The last time I saw
Yeah,
Vickers was at my wedding, and Johnny Oppo as well. They're both doing really
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Johnny
Both
Oppo had a very
Manchester, bro.
suave hat.
He did.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Trilby, mate. But
That's
that,
the
yeah, it
Trilby,
was.
yeah.
If it wasn't for them, then yeah, I wouldn't be as far as in drum and bass as I am. Like it was them who brought me through. It was them who sort of taught me the ropes in terms of meeting people in the scene and being at events, and like I'm helping them break down their sound systems and loading it up in the van from like the first one that we went to and shit. I think I've still got the video for it as well. And then we had the pub rave in Bolton, which Joe
I
V's
remember
got
that.
like some footage
remember
of. Yeah. And that like yeah, there's loads like the BT Tower rave, which
I heard that.
yeah, that was a big beat.
My favourite's got to be the bunker rave.
Funk
Yeah,
was
the
good.
bunk, yeah, that's it. There, the
The
Gash
bunker rave
bunker
was
rave.
fucking
Like,
sick. The Gash bunker rave.
Yeah, that was good.
Indra was supposed to go after me, and he just fucking got caught up making holes so that in the walls and doors so that people could breathe because they got well too unbreathable in there.
What a god just
So I
said
ended
he
up
died
having
there.
that as well. So
I nearly
fucking
died there.
ended up.
Yeah.
You
I
did
fell in
nearly
a
Fell in a
fall.
manhole.
So I ended up playing 2 hours. It was literally probably if I could go back and do any set again, it would be that one. 2 hours in front of
Yeah.
thousands of people. It was
Yeah.
the best. And I think that was Simon Exile's first rave. I brought him along to. Well, he brought me along to. He drove me. I brought him along to it in his car with him
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah, in his little car. In his little car.
The roof was
I've
raining
travelled in the
sweat.
boot of that car.
My vinyl was skipping because it kept dripping. So I'm trying to like hit these drops out of the way, and it was amazing. It was so bad, but it was so good, and the sound system fucking thumping.
Yeah.
Back when
there
you
was
could
a
play a
period.
rave. But
Yeah.
and there'd be no trouble. Like last time I played at a rave, it was gnarly. It was kicked off. I can't.
Oh, was that under a bridge? We won't name the crew, but was that?
I was
under
going
a
to say,
bridge?
yeah, we won't name the crew, but so I'm DJing, and all of a sudden, I just see the
Yeah.
entire crowd just goes running past me, like so there's the decks, and then literally, so then this crew of scary-looking bastards come after them. Like the scene behind me, like the final scene for fucking Football Factory. There's like a riotous situation behind me, and for some reason, none of them went for me. Like the very last scary bastards looked at me and just carried on. So like, dude, I'm just going to keep DJing. This has somehow made everything safe for me. So I'm just keeping on DJing. And I'm like, dude, I need to like help my friend or something. So I go over and see a guy called Jordan Dooley, who's massive. I stand next to him. This guy comes over, turns to him, who's twice the size of me, and turns to Jordan, goes, "Give me your fucking wallet." And he goes, "No." I was like, "What, dude? Why is no one picking on me?" I feel like I'm just like force field around me. So I just went and dived in a van. There's a guy with his guy got bald in his head, like had like a ball that big, like a lump that big hanging out his head. And for some reason, I just got okay with it.
It's sick though because there was a period of time in Manchester where free raves were just popping off everywhere, mate. Just like any pub, any leisure centre, any building that we could find. Like the BT Tower, like the BT building was a bit of a mad one because that building ended up getting set on fire and burning down after a free. Like, but there's just been so many mad there's been so many mad situations in Manchester and like the free rave scene, Gash, daylight robbery. Who else was it? Oh, I'm sure Zach Hertz was trying to deal with some. He was with Gash for a bit, but he set up his own sound. He did set up his own sound system as well. Yeah, whole time that
daylight robbery, and there was what's that one that began with an X? That one of the ones was X something sound.
I mean, DJ. So Don Wong's name was X Logic. That was his DJ name.
Yeah, Don Wong's name was X Logic. Yeah.
But not DRSS. There was another sound system. Maybe Dharma's sound system or something.
That was all. That whole crew was DRSS. Honestly,
I swear there was another one.
Did any daylight robbery sound system? Yeah, RSS for life. Shut your mouth. Yeah. Sorry.
He didn't even
my
get a Gash
peeps though
Fest.
still.
Did you go to Gash Fest when Gash did an actual legit festival in Scotland?
Nah.
It was exactly as bootleg as you're picturing it, but it was great.
Yeah, but yeah. Sorry, told you it was just going to end up turning into a conversation. Uberwang.
Uberwang.
How did Uberwang come about?
Mary.
How did I end up becoming known for saying "hold tight, my wangers," mate?
I don't remember a lot of it, to be honest. I remember. So Ben and Mary just started this night called Uberwang. That was like, at the time I mainly did drum and bass, but I was still kind of into doing a bit of dubstep bit where I just like we did like mashup basically. But like just they were doing a night and they kind of wanted me to get part of it because I had a bit more experience in that kind of world. And yeah, we did some pretty good nights. We got you involved. James, we even got involved a little bit towards the end. The biggest night we ever did was when we got Cookie Monster for the first time. Rest in peace. Do you remember that night at Satan Sola when we turned the local metal club into a massive fucking dubstep and D&B rave?
Yeah,
that was wicked.
Robbie, your
that
mic
was where
clipping hard.
that was.
My mic's what? Sorry.
It's clipping
Yeah,
hard
your
again.
mic's
Yeah,
clipping.
you gotta turn it down.
Yeah.
I don't think it's clipping. It's just cutting in and out, like the connection's not in right. Did you come and play when we did Manchester Academy? Not Academy. What was the Man Met one called?
In terms of
Lethal
you,
Fizzle was
James.
there.
In terms of you, James, the question to you is, how did you get involved? God, because that was your big, that was your big thing in terms of promoting events, isn't it?
So when I was in my first year as a student, I set up a night with Skis called
Skis.
Called it's the most it's the most generic even more generic than the drum and bass rave. We called it Reload.
Oh yeah, Reload was good.
Reload was good though. It was good.
Reload was good. We did 4 nights at Scuba.
Yeah.
We had some big names. So the first one, I think we had Ant-TC1 and Stress Level and Clips. And the second one we had Drum Sound and Bassline Smith. Third one we had Inside Info and Kazra. Do you know what I mean? So, but all these people are like 80 quid. Do you know what I mean? This is not booking Inside Info now. This is not booking Drum Sound and Bassline Smith now. This is people who are like up doing one in Liverpool. They'd do one on the way. Do you know what I mean? You'd pay 100 quid and Liverpool would pay 100 quid. This is a long time. This is 2005. So, and then Dave came up and he was like, look, I've seen what you've done. And me and Skis had like a few differences about who we wanted to book and how we wanted to run things. We're both quite strong personalities and we disagreed on a few things. So when Dave said, do you want to jump on board and be part of Oh My God? I was like, yeah, no worries. Skis didn't mind. It was just dipping his toe in anyway. He's always got his finger in a lot of pies, that lad. So there was no animosity or anything. I just went over and started doing Oh My God. And obviously, Dave is an incredibly ambitious man who ended up putting on several of like the biggest lineups in Manchester over the next few years. If you don't count the Metropolis complex.
Then went on to run One in the Woods festival.
One in the Woods festival.
Yeah,
and you guys played that this year, did you not?
We were meant to. It got cancelled.
We were going to, but it didn't go. It didn't go ahead for a variety of reasons, problems with marketing and that sort of thing. But we were going to go on with you, weren't we, Dilly?
Yeah. It's a bit mad though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Bro.
Hold tight, Shadray and Salvage.
Yeah, Shadray and Salvage.
Shadray and Salvage, mate. But yeah, guess what I've got here? It's not that great quality, but bringing that up, I thought, I've got a couple videos from the old Oh My Goddess.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh really? Do you remember when you interviewed Goldie at Oh My God and you were absolutely terrified the entire interview?
Yeah, there's a hilarious video of me interviewing Goldie.
Let's see if it's there actually. Hold on, let me go back into the search.
Dilly, I've just remembered how you. Dilly, I know how you got. Is my mic working okay?
It's just clicking and clacking.
It's still clicking a bit.
But Dilly, do you remember you did that cover of Happy Up Here?
It's when you move, Rob. I think if you just stay still, I think that would be fine.
Do you remember you did the cover of Happy Up Here by Breakstop?
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you remember I loved it so much I said come down and we'll do it live at Uber Wine.
Yeah.
And I think you
Yeah.
smashed it so much that the other guys were like, dude, this guy's I'll read the MC now.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
right,
It
that
just
was
hit me.
why. Okay. Fair play, man. But yeah, no, this was, oh my God, back in
Oh
the
yeah,
day.
Mickey Finn and Aphrodite. I remember that.
Make it large.
Bosh. There we go.
Mickey Finn and Aphrodite. There it is.
And I'm not
An MC
there is
Fearless.
volume.
You can turn the volume on.
That's the volume.
Oh my God, that's Frisco.
Yeah.
There's Frisco.
Davey D.
Hold tight, D.
Yeah, but it was mad. It was mad. There was so I was trying
If
to
you'd have
find,
told
like,
me
all the
then,
videos
Rob,
we
that
had.
we were going to do a track with Fearless, I'd have told you that was a load of shit.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. But yeah, yeah, that's coming soon, hopefully.
Coming in March.
I had Wayne MC for me 22 years ago. Actually flew him from the UK to come and play for me.
That's crazy,
Nice.
man. And this
He's
is
one of my he's my top 2 MCs in history of D&B. So
I'll have to send you that. I'll have to send you the tune that we've made with Fearless, just for personal use. Like you can't stream it yet, but I'll send it to you so you can have a listen.
You can't
I found
sell
the
it
Goldie
now,
interview.
Just for your
Have you?
Percy.
I found the Goldie
appreciate
interview. It's in the chat. It's in the stream.
Oh man, you just look so terrified. The whole video is amazing.
This is going to be amazing. This is actually
Please
going to be
put this on.
amazing.
Just
There
before
we
you
go.
press play, let me. So basically, Davey D Potter, he got me to interview all the DJs, and obviously the one I was scared the most of was Goldie. And for this entire thing, my goal was to get any sort of sense out of him. Just one question that he could put on a sensible video, and this is what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Can
go.
you share the audio?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're cool. Oh yeah, I can hear it.
I'm already feeling the doom.
This is so good. It's 2 minutes of gold.
Don't
Literally.
talk to me about it then. No, you're lewd and rude.
That's not on me,
I'm
by
not
the
going
way.
to tell you about this set tonight, Woody. What did I tell you? I told you I was going there to hurt you. You've hurt my feelings. And what did you get? A good slap around the face. What did you expect from me? I told you, didn't I? Huh? Do you realise I've had a migraine headache for the last... all day, basically, because basically I went on the piss on Friday, which I shouldn't have done, because I'm Mr. Bikram Yoga now. I've had him to deal with, Fatty, my best friend, all day. I love him. Why? Why did I have to mess with your emotions? Should I do a Charlie Sheen now? Is that time to do a Charlie Sheen thing? I'm from Mars and women are from Venus or something like that. Drum and bass, lick my feet. Andy C, carry my record box. That was a blinding set, wasn't it? I've got a fucking... I used to have a massive fucking ego. Hello? That Goldie DJ was shit though, wasn't he? He was fucking shit. Fucking all that.
What's coming in future for Metalheads?
I don't fucking know. Fuck do you think I am? I don't fucking make the boys, I just raise them. So. I'm old enough to be your father.
Don't make the bodies.
Luke, use the force.
See me give up all
I'm
hope
your
in a
father.
second.
I have a dodgy hand. Any questions? Yeah, fuck it. And the last thing you want to do is try and slap Daddy in the face. But now we're walking with the kids happily in the park. Enter. Hi, how are you?
Wait.
That's the moment.
Hold on.
moment.
Wait, we've got
Try and slap Daddy in the face. But now
Hold on. I've got to capture that moment.
and the last thing you want to do is try and slap Daddy in the face. But now
I've got to capture that moment. Just that head in the hands. Head in the hands moment.
So Goldie.
There it is.
I don't fucking
There it is.
That's the moment Robbie gave up on life.
Oh my god.
But now we're walking with the kids happily.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't. He goes. I don't make the boys. I just erase them.
It's
Like,
just
dude,
rape
what
the
am I-
bodies.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say to this man?
Enter. Hi, how are you? I'm better now. I've been better since my operation. Fields of Mischief. I was in the field of mischief, walking along in the woods, and all of a sudden I came across 2 decks with lots of doublets on them.
And I apologize if you just had your speakers blown.
Oh my god.
Holy
Oh, that's fucking
Oh yeah, this is
hilarious.
sick. Free stock paper, video crumpled background. Amazing. This is what they follow you for, isn't it? This is how you
This
get
is
more subs.
content.
You know what? If you want to clip
Yeah,
that,
it's
guys, and
content.
use that as your
Yeah.
background, if you guys want to use a paper towel as your background, it's the shit. It's the shit. Let's talk a
Oh
little
my
bit.
God.
Let's talk a little bit about your guys' gallivanting. Is this
Yeah.
this
Ooh,
last year you have been around the globe?
Literally,
Yeah.
man. We
Getting
did
it
4
back.
continents.
You
Yeah,
have
man.
been around the globe. You want to tell
Mm.
us a little bit about your trips? And is this really your first experience going everywhere, or have you guys been doing it
First
for a while?
transcontinental.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first outside of Europe. Yeah, we've done. We've done bits in Bulgaria and a bit in Spain. But we've
Yeah.
we played 4 continents this year, man. It's mental.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, we played Europe, obviously. Played North America, so we played the Vancouver gig, and then while I was in Florida with my family doing the whole Disney World thing, I played for a Talk, which is a really good night in Florida.
Nice.
Then obviously we did Vietnam, which was great, and then we
Amazing.
did 5 dates in Australia, which was mind blowing.
What's quite funny is, so while he was playing in Florida, I was playing in a city called Macclesfield. And Dilly's reaction is all you need to know if you've never been to Macclesfield.
Why? Why are we doing Macclesfield like this? There's no need. Leave Macclesfield
No,
I
it's
know,
just
was-
Macclesfield, man. No diss to Macclesfield, but compared to Florida, I'm sure even people from Macclesfield.
I was
be
chatting
okay.
to Conrad Subs. I was chatting to Conrad Subs yesterday, actually. Hold tight, Conrad, if you're watching this. And he
Yeah,
was
good
saying,
time.
"Oh, are you just coming down to Ipswich on your own this Saturday? Because I'm going down to play with Clue and Conrad Subs in Ipswich." And I was like, "Yeah, it just happens like that sometimes. You know, I'm coming down doing Ipswich on my own. He did Barcelona on his own earlier this year. You know, he goes, "Oh, that sounds fair. You doing Ipswich and him doing Barcelona." And I said, "Well, the other month I did Florida and he did Macclesfield." He goes, "All right, I'll shut up."
That's Maxfield though, man. Shout out to Serge. It's not a list to them, it's just dudes. It looked hilarious on the poster as well, because like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then literally like that was the beginning of our world tour basically. He did that and I did that,
Yeah.
and then we went and met him in Vietnam.
And I did 45 hours door to door from Orlando to Hanoi, which was long, really long. However long you think 45 hours is, it's longer than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, to get around the planet, it's a bit of a trek, isn't it?
One funny thing was, so we took a pretty bootleg domestic flight in Vietnam. So you know when you're about to land in a plane and then they warn you and they put up the table trays and everything. This one just landed and just went right where. That was it.
It didn't say shit. You just landed.
That's
Just
how bootleg
landed.
it was. We literally
Holy
just
crap!
went,
Like, no warning. You're just like,
That's right where I get out.
P.S. We landed.
still with the table
Oh.
down. You're still eating. You're like, holy shit!
I mean, it was super like domestic bootleg. So I don't think people were having full meals like, but it was still like whoa,
It was horrible. Like, so I was saying to my wife, I was like, "Oh, we were packed in like sardines, like this. They didn't give you even any free water, no food or anything, and they didn't even take debit cards, so we couldn't buy anything. And there was no in-flight entertainment." She goes, "Jesus, how much did you pay for that flight?" I was like, "Oh, about 150 quid each." She said, 150 quid for a 9-hour flight. You were lucky you got a seat.
Oh, that was the one to Melbourne, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I'm talking about was just the domestic one, but we took some brutal flights.
Oh,
The
yeah,
worst was we did Singapore to Berlin, 13 hours with no TVs in the screens, nothing like that. Yeah, rock and roll, man, rock and roll.
Luckily, they found a place for you to boogie. No, a place for you to sit that you weren't next to anyone, and I wasn't next to anyone because we're both quite broad-shouldered gents, so we could just sleep through it.
But yeah, man, no, it's all worth it, man.
Nice.
It's the best experience of my entire life, man. It's
We want
crazy.
wicker chairs.
Dude,
Wicker
have you
would
seen
have been
have you seen the fish that I fell over in Hanoi? I fell over. I'll send you the fish.
Send me the picture now.
I'll put
Send
it in.
me
I'll
now.
put it in.
Yeah,
It won't.
You
I need
can
to find
always
a clear.
present- You can always present things if you guys wanted to present things as well. There's a button.
Yeah.
I'll tell you I
Present.
fell over a fish, but it won't. You won't realize the size of, or just what the visual I would fucking experience.
Do you think we should play? Do you think we should play them the oyster review, Rob?
Yeah, we should. Yeah. We've got a bunch of little bits of bobs to show you, but I mean, we've got, if you want to, like, we've got a whole after video on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's like half an hour long.
now.
Not to watch now. I mean, not the whole thing, but like, yeah. I'm just trying to find you the fish.
No, not the whole fucking thing.
Not the, yeah.
You can show us whatever you like. Whatever you love to
No,
present.
no,
No.
Within reason, obviously.
Yeah.
Is that link I sent in the chat working?
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not been showing it. I'm not even looking.
No. So I'm walking around. I'll wait till you get home.
There we go.
No,
I've sent this. It's already time
Buttons
stamped. The YouTube video. Check this out. Present this, motherfucker.
Present this,
Present.
Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at now?
That's
That's where we're
Okay.
at. That's where it is now.
Okay.
Present this motherfucker.
Okay.
Where we're
I
at on
understand.
that
I understand. Right. Check this fish. Check
Yo,
this
so I'm
big
walking around
nutty
Hanoi
fish.
a little bit hungover, and like there's motorbikes flying at me, and I trip over something and look down, and it's that. Look at the fucking thing. Look at the size of it. That was just on the road.
That's crazy.
It was next to this like super like polluted lake, so there's every chance it just walked out of its own accord. So then that happened, and then about 10 minutes later, a little dog bit my leg. Like it was a different world for me in that place, man. But I loved it.
Trips over a fish.
Is that a fish? Yes.
Is that
Yes, it is a
fish?
fish.
Okay, but here's the thing: was the
That's a
fish
fish.
alive?
I don't think so. It doesn't look very alive, but I mean, like what you're seeing is what I saw, so you know.
Okay, so I'm just wondering: was it like the fish like came out of the water, attacked you, tripped you, and then headed back to the pond?
No.
It was
I was
like,
just
I'm heading
walking
back to the pond. I'm
I
tripping.
was just
this
walking
big
along a little
motherfucker.
delirious and just tripped over something, and it was that fish on the floor.
This fish had a serious. Did you kill a fish in another life? Like, or was,
I did
you
not
know,
kill a fish. Yeah. It was,
you must have been a
it had a
fisherman in
vendetta
your
against
life,
us, bro.
something.
I believe James just sent you something.
All right.
This is
Oh
another-
yeah, I'm getting it ready. I'm getting it prepared.
This is another one. Another bit of me battling with
Preparation.
wildlife. It's another bit of me battling with wildlife in Australia.
Oh, I don't think it's that. I think this is the oyster review.
Yeah, it is.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Are we ready?
All right.
This is my favourite bit of the Vietnam and Australia tour after movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're ever bored and watch this, go on YouTube and watch this. It's the whole thing's quite fun to watch, I think, as
Yeah,
people have told us. Then we have all these shoes.
Rob, we're in Sydney.
What
What are we about to eat?
Oysters.
Oysters for the first time.
I'm terrified, man.
Oyster review.
Oh man, they look so
God.
slimy. So what do? You pour a bit of this onto it like this. Okay. Right, go on.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Right, do you want to do me one?
I'll do you one.
Do you do me one? So.
Pardon.
That's exactly what you'd expect. Oh, it's slimy and tastes like the ocean? Yep.
Hey. Straight in, mate.
Not bad at all.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
a lot less
You
smooth
just-
doing this.
Yeah, just don't put it in your mouth.
Just so you know, I didn't need
Do it
to
the way
really
he does it.
separate
Okay,
I
so
thought that I did
Don't do it the way I do it.
literally just slides down.
Yeah, don't put it in your
You ready for this?
Make this stuff a little bit more glamorous.
Right.
Right, so did you chew it?
I chewed it once and then swallowed it.
I'm not gonna be as cool as you.
Yeah, just right down.
Well done for trying, Rob.
Well done for trying.
Oh, nice.
Right,
I've got
Jimbo.
these kingfish tacos as
Where's
Oh my God, Robbie, you are
well.
my
Bad
brother.
energy there.
You are my
Let's try
brother
it.
from another mother.
Oh
Yes,
shit!
Holy.
Where's
What even?
That is
Where
exactly
did it happen?
my exact
What happened?
reaction when I did it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Fucking hell!
Oh, I forgot about
So if you like that and you want to see the rest of our adventures, just search Sola Vietnam and
Oh.
Australia tour after movie on YouTube.
Yeah, man. It's
I was
that
blown
Oh,
away
good,
really
man.
that so many people have already watched it. We've got about 250 people who have already watched it, which is pretty mad.
Yeah, right. It's
the-
very it's
look
good
at
to
the
watch,
fucking-
man. It's very
Subscribe.
watchable. I think.
Subscribe.
It's very watchable though. Like, we
Yeah.
kept it pretty. We kept it like pretty eloquent on it, fella.
Okay, so what are these?
Are we watching?
Yeah, just keep it going. This is genius.
I mean, there's so much on it.
Oh yeah, there's always something.
Yeah, but we
So
want to see a little
get
bit
the mum
about
in,
your
get the mum in.
performances
Go on,
to
go
this.
on. You got to watch this. We've got to watch our mum going ham via FaceTime.
Get me, mate.
Get the mum in. Get the mum in.
Get
Her
the
mum in
mummy.
Essex. We're in Sydney. Her mum's in Essex.
Yeah, literally 10,000 miles away, and she's dancing along via.
By FaceTime.
Nothing wrong with a little family support, right?
So if we're going to show,
Yeah.
one last bit, we should show them a little bit of the Perth show, just to show the last gig of the tour was unbelievable, man. It was like a show I'll never forget for as long as I live. It was the
Wow.
last night of a 3.5 week tour, and we played the biggest and best show of the whole thing to like 400 plus people in Perth.
More seafood. People are going to think we're.
Oh yeah, we're in
Back in the bus.
the less space. This is emotional, man. We've been away for fucking nearly a month.
Stepping up next, on the decks, we've got Double Trouble, yeah? We've got the bad man from the UK. Make some noise for Sola! Yes, introduce
Beautiful. Yeah,
Content.
content. But yeah, man, watch the whole video and it'll all make sense because like that was just like the grand finale. of the
Like
whole
drum and
tour.
bass doesn't make sense all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was
Listen,
too
you're gonna take
complicated to
this out of
plot that
context.
drum and
What
bass
those
thing.
are people. They're people dancing and there's lasers.
No,
okay?
it's in the emotion we
Big
felt.
bass line.
Watch
You're not gonna get
it.
it. You're not gonna get it. Watch the rest of the video.
There's
I just don't get it,
lasers.
bro.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Get it.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
I'm
Directed
not
by
the
David
Lasers,
Fincher.
okay.
You're not gonna understand these lasers. Okay, those are people brocking out. What they're doing is they're having
rocking
fun.
out about that for a
They're
while.
brocking out.
I love how Robbie's frozen so he can't defend himself.
They're going.
I'm
They're
completely
just having
frozen,
fun.
so he
I know
can't-
you're not
I'm
gonna
not frozen.
understand how this is.
Oh, you were.
Okay. No, it's very. I meant the emotion I was going through at the point in time. Is what I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
coming
good.
off the back of that, then having an amazing tour and like going this year has been a massive year for you. This year has been a massive year for you. Would you say it's been like the biggest year for you so far this year?
Yeah.
Because we were talking a little bit about it in like, Vancouver in terms of how to deal with it all and getting all of these things coming in and like the logistics and organizations of it all. But then to come back home and you've got a upcoming project with Dave and One More Thing.
Yeah, that
Coming up, and
actually
you've had a
came
couple
out
of
yesterday.
streams. Yeah, you've had a couple of streams where you're going through the tracks and you've actually had like Dave there as well. What's that been like in terms of like putting, and how did that all come together working with Dave and One More Thing?
Dave gave us our first ever UKF interview, and he does so much for everyone. If you like, we're talking about Dave Plummer Jenkins.
Same with me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to give him something, give him something in return, basically. And like, this is the second one. We did one last year as well. And the moment we asked any of our lot if they wanted to get involved and give a tune, people just jumped at it. Like, if you listen to, like, Best Car made one that basically tells his life story.
We go through a conversation like, would you like to give away one of your tunes for free? Oh no, it's for Dave Colombo Jenkins. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And in fact, most of the time it's no. I don't just want to give away one of my tunes. I want to write something special for it. That I know Dave will love, or that references One More Thing in some way, and they really put some fucking love into it. And it came out yesterday. It's got 4 tracks, one by ourselves and a Dukan called Hanamai, one or Hanami, one by Beskar called One More Thing, one by Replete called Rapture VIP, and one by Plasmator called Secondhand Rave. And all 4 tunes are absolute bangers. You can get them from One More Thing's Bandcamp for pay what you feel. So if you want to pay 30 pence or £30, you can do.
We sampled Dave's voice in our one as well. We strictly got to pay to a massive and then drops.
Sampled him from the interview he gave us.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the best part of D&D? I always comment about this. The best part of drum and bass and jungle is the fact that we take sound from everything, anything and everything. If it sounds good, it's going to be used. And
we sampled a steak when we were in Hanoi. We called it Get Sizzling. We sampled a steak sizzling in Hanoi.
Get the sizzling. We've not put that in anything yet. We need to.
Well, we're going to, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, look. Yeah. Oh, this is the best guy one, right? Yeah.
I've got it all here. I've got it all here. Chat away. Go on. Carry on. Talk
well, no, because you need to listen to the lyrics.
No, you don't. Sure.
No, you do.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
It sounds thin as well. It's not coming out normal.
Don't tell me what to do, mate.
This time I vision the voice of a scene that draws you in. Now it does the Lord's work at One More Thing. Let's hear it for Dave, the interview king from UKF. To his time I vision the voice of a scene that draws you in. Now it does the Lord's work at One More Thing.
Where can you find this?
One More Thing's Bandcamp.
My knees are getting better hatred in the chat, man. My knees are getting ripped in the chat, bro. There's still sometimes. We might need to explain this.
Yeah, explain the knees.
They were just embarrassed, mate. That's why they went so red.
Yeah, my knees got sunburned, like infamously within our we got
oh sunburned. Yeah, in Vancouver of all places.
Dude, that's how I met you. You were like, you just sat down. You were like, my knees, and they were so beat red.
Still browner than the rest of my legs.
Strange. They were just a band of red, just on
yeah.
The rest of your legs were pretty fine.
Yeah, because they were
just compliment because your knees were sticking up.
Yeah, because we're in the back of Chris's Mustang and they were up like that. Like they're still a little browner than the rest of my entire body, even like 3 months later. I'm not getting hard, but they are like every time when I get in the back, I look and go, God, I'm a fucking idiot. Just look at my slightly tan knees, and my pasty white legs. When we did that live stream,
brown knee pads.
Yeah, when we did a live stream with Chris, you were like, Robbie, how'd you trip me? I was like, dude, I'm so sunburned. What was it when you said you could say that? How can you tell someone's a drum and bass producer and spends all the time in the studio? It's when they get sunburned in the back of a car in 16
16 degree heat.
Instantly.
No, it was. You guys were there. It was a hot day that day, though. It wasn't like it was like
Thank
a
you, Clint. It
cloudy
was.
Vancouver day, and you'd have like
It was sunny, but it was still only like 17, 18 degrees. I know because we went in the fucking sea, well, the ocean, and it was fucking
Yeah.
oh, that ocean.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well,
That was
yeah,
wicked.
that was the first big trip. Like, so I think I did.
Hashtag shrinkage.
So yeah, maybe that trip was legendary, man. Do you remember how I watched you two meet for the? What is that?
Someone just gave reference to Fruit by the Foot, and I'm like, what?
So this one coming in now, this is
Like, what are the
Anime
chances?
by Sola and Etown.
Yeah, this one playing now, guys. Dude, I remember watching you two meet for the first time, man. It was a genuinely joyful moment. Watching Dilly and Etown meet for the first time. I remember we were all going into the door, and you were like, Dilly, you were letting us go in front of you because you wanted to like make a little entrance at the end. It was beautiful.
We have no cereal. I haven't had cereal in like gotta be a couple of years.
Yeah.
And that's Dave Colombo Jenkins himself going to script me for the Patreon massive.
Yeah, we found on the stream the other day that someone played a Hospitality in the Woods, and he was buzzing because he meant he kind of MC'd it for like his voice got played on the speakers at Hospitality in the Woods.
Nice.
Strictly for the Patreon massive.
So if you're playing this Patreon massive, if you're playing this live at a gig and it's really loud, now everyone know where you bought this tune. You subscribe, just like you got a subscription.
I know it's not even the Patreon tune. Like it's free. It's free. It's on a free.
Ironically, it's now not coming out on Patreon. It's coming out on Bandcamp.
The original
Patreon.
Yeah.
I love it.
This one's a bit tasty.
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Plasmator, who has got an album coming out with us next year.
Yeah.
And who we've made an EP of like rave tunes with last year for Dance Concept.
This is a crazy tune.
Oh, I love that, Lawless. Thank you for that, Wiener. Nikki and I had a lot of fun last night. We dressed up as hot dogs. There's Honky in the chat right now.
Go on, Robbie. You look like you were going to say something then.
I was going to say one last thing about when we were away. There's a third member of Sola that lives in Australia that we met for the first time.
Oh,
when we were...
yeah. The
Yeah.
secret third member, silent member of Sola, the beneficiary. One who's been
Yeah,
funding you two reprobates. I'm joking.
Beneficiary.
Yeah.
He's
He
drove us around.
writes all the songs. You're like,
He was-
we don't know
Yeah,
shit.
the ghostwriter.
We do
He was
these
beautiful,
guest
man.
news, we tell people to bring their stuff in. We don't know.
Not exactly.
Oh,
But
that
yeah,
would be great. That would be great.
but
Oh,
yeah
we're
man,
just
that was
the figureheads. We're the DJs.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But in regards to that, though, who is he?
He's called Paul. He's called Paul Hannemer. His solo
I was
name's
hoping you'd know.
his solo name's Hannem, and he's been on GTA for about 8-9 years. We started doing some tunes with him, and they went well. And we did Sola, and then that did well. And then we got an Australian tour, and we went to meet him, and we did a photo shoot with him. We did it a lot in one day. Like we met him that morning,
Yeah.
and did a photo shoot with him, then played a gig with him that evening. That all happened in the space of about 12 hours. So yeah.
Nice. Nice,
It was
mate.
beautiful.
Old type
So much,
Paul.
Nice.
so much happened on that
Paul.
trip. It was crazy. Yeah, shouts to Hannah.
Really?
No,
Man.
let's get a picture of Paul up so that we know who the
Yeah.
fuck
Go
we're
on.
talking about.
Present your
I'll
picture.
present him. I'll present him.
Yeah, present your picture whilst I'm playing this. Yeah, look at that.
This is Raptor VIP by Replete.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, fucking love the original.
I dig this.
So, Paul is on our first ever animated GIF. So the first time he ever played as Sola was when we played in Melbourne that night, and one of the first times stepping up to the deck. I think maybe the third time he stepped up, he played something, and everyone went off, and the MC was like, "Yo, let's have a rewind." And he was so happy. He was like, "What? A rewind?" And so we've got that. That's our wheel up emoji GIF type thing for our Twitch. If you want a wheel up, it's Paul going, "Wheel up me." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he hadn't DJ'd for a little while.
Amazing moment, and we
Quite a while,
captured
so,
it,
yeah.
and it's fucking good.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
one
one
of God's got it.
Oh,
Wheel up.
So you're gonna encourage
Look at
him
him.
to try to get more gigs and stuff over
I
there.
think
And
he's
yeah,
yeah, for it, man. Yeah, we really want to come over
I'm
here as
hoping
well.
we've given him a bit of a taste for it. Yeah, there he is.
look
Look
at
at that
him.
fit in the middle.
These. Yeah, mate, look at these sexy white guys. Yeah. Look at the smoulders. Look at the pouts and the smoulders, mate. Like where hard us, we make hard music.
Hide your
We do.
wives.
We're hard.
We're hard. Look at us.
Robbie, don't you dare smile. Don't you dare smile, Robbie.
No, no. I can see it coming. Stop it. Stop it,
Come on,
Robbie.
don't you
Stop
dare
it.
smile. You're hard.
Stop
hard.
it.
You're hard
Look
MS.
hard. Look hard, Robbie.
Hard,
Look hard.
Come on.
Oh, that's wicked though. That's sick. That is sick though, man.
Yeah, how many people get to do that, man? Like, it's such a mad thing to have happened. It's a mad dynamic in the first place, and yeah, we've got a beautiful little moment in that video where we meet him for the first time, and then there's this wait. We do this big group hug. Oh my god, Paul! And then this waitress just looking at us. I'm just like,
Becky says, "Who's hard?"
it's hard.
Who's
Me.
hard?
Me.
He's left.
Yeah.
Someone said that the t-shirts are fire, so I'm just putting a link where people can
Oh yeah, man.
buy those t-shirts if they want. As
Yeah,
is
mate,
anything
post
else on
your
the Grand
links.
Theft Audio store.
Post your links. Yeah.
Post
you
your
can also
links,
post your
yeah.
YouTube links as well. And yeah, go for it.
Yeah, man.
Probably post a Bandcamp link. Do you know what I mean? To this actual release that we're listening to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is
Post your
Grand
links,
Theft
man.
Audio's Sola. If anybody is just tuning in and you're wondering who are these fine lads that we're speaking of,
Look at these
Robbie and
sexy
James.
white guys.
Robbie and James from Sola, and we're just learning about Paul.
These sexy white guys.
And
Oh, it's so unnecessary.
And Mickey says, "Don't do it with the shitty accents," and I try. I just try to make them go from like a bad Australian.
White
Oh, we
male
know-
energy.
We have any
Yeah,
white
mate.
male. Oh no!
Really, can I thank you? Thank
Does it look like we're all called Chad?
Oh,
God.
Attack of the Chads! Yes!
That's Chad and Chad S and Chad M.
Yeah, mate.
we're all chat.
And if you give us a 10-pack, our nipples will become fully erect. Like,
Fully
oh my
erect. You
God.
will see us get erectile nipples.
Erect solar nipples, man. Like, oh my God.
Full
What
erectile
is
nipple
happening right
function.
now?
Function.
I blame you, bro.
We
I
told
told
you
you
like,
this
Yeah,
is a
mate.
cheeky
Always blame
combo.
me.
feel like
Yeah,
it
always
was like
been.
quite well structured at the start, but it's now off the rails.
Oh no,
It was always going to be. I'm
structure.
about it.
Did he?
I'd have been
No,
mad if
no.
it wasn't.
Yeah, he did say a bad word. He did say a bad word. There,
Structure.
but yeah,
Who said a bad word?
yeah. There's no structure. There's no structure.
If you want to
No,
say
no
there's
structure.
structure here, bro, there's nothing. This is
It's turned into the Goldie interview.
Like
History
Goldie
interview.
now,
yeah, we're scared of ourselves, let alone the guests at any given moment. Just so you know.
It's all gone Goldie. I love it. It's all gone
It's all
Goldie.
gone Goldie, mate. It's all
But,
gone Goldie.
but it's true though, like because Goldie's he's such a big character in himself, right? So to try to interview the guy, if you're trying to have a structured interview, and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna talk about this and this
He
and
was
this and this and da, da, da," and
particularly-
you're just like, "Where
It
do
was
I
particularly
start?"
maniacal in that interview, though. Like, I'm sure I
Yeah.
can't think of any other footage of him being quite that insane.
Well, you got
It
him when
wasn't
he's
very-
Oh, no, yeah,
ramped up.
yeah.
He's ramped up about something, right? So you're just
Yeah.
like, you got him in the middle
Yeah.
of something, right? So it's-
Yeah, it was.
So I've
It's,
had
it's
to-
really cool. It's like seeing a
We've had him
snake
on,
eat a. It's like seeing a snake eat a crocodile or something. You know what I mean? You've caught the most dramatic thing that can happen there.
No, but yeah, no. Like, I've had him on the Routine and Protein podcast, and that with Valiant MC Armani Rain and Track, and that, and he is exactly the same on there as well. He's just proper maniacal and just goes all over the place. It's kind of hard to just like sort of lock him down to something and have a bit of a normal conversation, but you kind of got to expect that with him as well. Like, you can't expect anything normal with Goldie. You've got to expect the unexpected and stuff. That's why people love him so much in that as well, even though sometimes it can come across the wrong way sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Because I've spoken to people that have had some bad experiences. But anyway,
we need to make an emoji of when I lost faith in the world.
We're all human beings. Let's
We
be
do.
real. And again, we always get back to that. We're all human beings. We're all in different states. You catch any one of us at any given time, right? Like
Robbie's
for
like
me,
this.
if I've been
but he's,
ramped up on sugar or booze or something,
At least
right?
there's
Like,
no snares about. That's what he was thinking. At least there's no snares around. You know. I won't say anything else.
What was that?
Oh,
I think-
man.
If you know, you know.
Oh, sorry.
You know,
Yeah.
there we go.
No, I know. There's
Yeah,
enough
right,
stories.
yeah.
Enough stories.
The
Go on,
penny's
yeah.
dropped. The penny's dropped. Yeah.
That's
Since
a
we've been
fuck.
back-
I'm so sorry.
Since we've been back, we've made one tune from start to finish, and we sent it
Nice.
to you earlier, Dilly.
Yeah.
If you want,
Yes.
can
So
you play it?
Is this world exclusive? Like type shit,
No, I
yeah.
think Etown played it first.
Yeah,
the other day.
yeah, Clint got it. Yeah, Clint got the exclusive.
Thank you. I
Alright,
appreciate
yeah.
that, by the way.
It's on your channel again, to be fair. Anyway, but yeah, go on. What are you saying, James?
So can you
I-
present it, or will you just be playing it in the background?
I can just play it, innit? Yeah, because you've only sent me like the track.
So
I've
Rob, tell us a bit
downloaded
about
it.
this track.
It's one of the biggest releases we've ever done, man. Like Virus Syndicate are heroes of mine, man. They played at one of the first nights they ever put on at the Attic in Manchester. Yeah, and it's them. It's Harry Shotter. It's someone. I'll be honest, I've not heard of the other guys, but they're good. And Wonder.
Dope DOD's massive.
Dope
We checked
DOD.
out, I hadn't heard of
DOD,
DOD,
yeah.
and we checked out their Spotify, and they're fucking huge. Like
And
10,
yeah.
20 million streams in their tunes.
Yeah, like
New-
huge numbers
New
between
York.
all of them, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
One of
nothing
those
short of an honor.
American states.
And we made it very quickly because we had a short deadline, but I'm really happy with them.
Let's get into it.
The thing goes flat. No one ever wants to rate till you popping carbonate. Setting the level and can't escape. Then my willing is hard to break. Coming like half a bar of flake. I'm the pure, you can't decay. Forget the job, it's for the brain. Me and you, we aren't the same. Off the chain, and it's back. Flipping it back, killing attack. Fit of the villain, the biggity back. Pulling the trigger, the man to react. Forget the squid and double the rack. Couple of money, then fade to black. Killing the rat, tip for tap. Laying flat on the back. Then the thing goes fast. Rap splatter, brains looking like some cake batter. Ain't got manners, I'll be spitting on your grave after. I hate cabbage, I need beef that steak hanger. Going checking on these niggas, but your game average. The ways of the ancients, but nowadays we just do it
Mad thing. Mad thing. Also, how did this come about?
They shouted us. Yeah, they literally just popped up in our email inbox asking us to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just sent us a message. Like my guess
Boring.
would be, given the fact that we only had
Didn't
8,
even have a cup of tea together or anything. It's just...
Well, no, I think it's because
my guess would be,
my friend Cass works for Bad Medic Records. I imagine he put our name forward for it. But JSD knows about us and stuff. So
I think probably someone will have maybe let them down because they only gave us like 8 days to do it. So I'm guessing someone let them down.
We were sloppy seconds.
Who will do a good job? No, who will do a good job in a
Yeah,
short period
yeah.
of time. Been proper, be professional and quick. And he put our name forward, and we delivered it on the deadline. They were really happy with it, no changes, and it's coming out on the 24th.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
That's big. That's big, especially having
all them
that.
artists stuff, no changes. It's fucking, it's crazy. Do you know what I mean? You know what it's like working with. The more people you work with, the more people want to change things. 0 changes. Everyone approved it. It was good.
Yeah. Bad, man.
Virus
No,
and
that's
Harry
sick.
Starr are legends as well, man. Like, needless to say, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
Especially
with Virus.
yeah, dude, Virus. I've been a fan of Virus for so long, man. Like,
Yeah,
One
it
of
was
the-
like, and it's like Manchester again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like busy worker bees, bro. You don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So when we
love
got
it,
this
I love it.
remix, I went through a bit of a nostalgia going back on the old Virus Syndicate. Do you remember there was a drug helpline called Talk to Frank? And then Virus Syndicate made an entire track about selling and taking drugs and called it Talk to Frank and sampled the advert in it.
Yeah. It's sick. It's sick.
It was
Old time
fucking banger.
Virus, man.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
man. Old time Virus Syndicate, man. JSD, Goldfinger, Nicky D.
I don't think Goldfinger's in it anymore.
One as
But,
well.
I don't think Goldfinger's
Nah,
in it anymore.
it's just Jay and Nick. Yeah,
Jay
it's
and
just
Nick,
Jay
yeah,
and
it
Nick
is, yeah,
now.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, still,
like-
yeah. It was the original lineup when they played for me. I remember that was a long ass time ago. But yeah, shout out to them, man.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. I love that it's Manchester as well. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, Clint, a Virus Syndicate. Because I know Virus Syndicate are quite big in
Sorry.
America. Are they big in Canada?
Um,
Because they're huge in America. I just don't know if they might not have made it across the board.
I don't see their demand. Like they maybe played a couple shows. Maybe they played in Toronto, and I don't know if they played in Vancouver. But it's not as big as they are in the States. But definitely see their tunes a lot. So.
Nice.
One thing I wanted to ask in this show is
yeah, go on.
bit of a left turn, but do you, Clint, are you aware that Diligent Fingers used to be a battle rapper?
I am just because him and I are friends, and I've learned a lot about him in the last year. And
Something I always forget.
but I don't know if battle rapper is the thing that he termed himself. He did say he was a hip hop artist, and he didn't say he was going.
But he's done the
full tilt against other. I didn't know he was doing his 8 Mile thing against other rappers. I didn't know.
I mean,
They went 8 miles, don't you?
No, you've seen one, innit? I've told you about like battling Innuendo from Don't Flop and
Great
Joker
battle,
stuff.
great battle.
I don't think so.
I haven't.
No.
Oh, that's what I thought, because it's easy to forget. I forget as well.
No,
but,
and maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know enough about.
Every now and then I
Thanks for
read
bringing it
it.
up, 'cause you guys have been known each other for years. So.
Yeah, I think the reason why I think you know about it is because I have played it on stream. Like I've done a stream where I'm making a tune, and then we've watched. Like someone's mentioned in the chat, oh yeah, you've done a Dope Flop. I'm like, bruh, yeah, let's watch it. Do you know what I mean? And I thought that you were there. Do you know what I mean? Because you've come in and said hello, probably, and then maybe gone off and do other things and stuff. But I have played it on stream. Like, yeah, I have played it on stream to people.
Dilly is the Eminem of being
God, it's like get the vid up. Robbie brought it up.
I
Hey,
did,
look, bring it up.
No.
Robbie brought it up.
No, like, yeah.
I like
no,
it, man. Every now and then I watch that
yeah.
battle back. Dude, for it being your first ever battle, it was good. Yeah, like one of the best, like one of the better tryouts for sure. Like,
I loved that battle. I loved that
it's
battle
great.
because it's like halfway through, it's like actually we're having fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
actually
yeah.
touch each other down. Like, yeah,
really
man, nah,
watchable.
big
I
up.
watch
This
it
is
quite
like,
well.
It's jokes, mate. Hit
Every
him
now
with
and
a
then I
surprise,
watch it back and
surprise.
indulge. It's really watchable and really fun to watch. Like it's good.
Yeah,
Like,
mate.
yeah.
Fucking beautiful moments like Frisco fucking coming in. Yeah, lad, and all that kind of shit, mate.
As he does in life.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. It's just that it was Manchester through and through that battle, at
Yeah.
least coming from my side. So it was like, yeah,
Manny in
yeah.
the building. You're in Manny now,
Yeah.
lads.
Yeah, you fucking don't know me. You get me? Right? Yeah, gee. How you two looking on time? Because I know, James, you've got kids, and Robbie,
Yeah, I'll probably
you've
have to
got
go in about 10
commitments.
minutes or so.
10 minutes
Got
would be
time
perfect, man. This has been great.
for a bit
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
for a
Just
bit
to
more
make
content
sure and shit.
slash
Yeah, man.
That's
No
banter
lovely
problem.
slash
having
No
you
problem.
bullying.
Well,
just to say.
here's an interesting question for you. If you would like to open up about that, being a family man, you're married, you've got your wife,
Mhm.
you've got your kids. Do you know what I mean? How has it been balancing all of this, especially this year being so active for you, traveling the world and doing so many things and working on so many projects? Like, how has it
So-
been being a family man and balancing this? Because it can be done. You're showing people, especially with the mental sort of stuff that you've going on as well. You're showing people that it can be done. Do you know what I mean? So how has it been for you?
I was lucky enough that before I was away for nearly 4 weeks, I managed to get 2 weeks in Florida with my whole family. So, I had just that intense amount of being with my whole family from waking up to going to bed, day in, day out for 15 days. Do you know what I mean? So I saw them more than I normally do in 4 months, in a fortnight. No one had work, no one had school, no one had studio sessions or lessons to teach. So it was really cool. And then so for the first couple of weeks, I missed them, but I didn't miss them that much because I'd seen them so much. So by the time it started to really drag and pull, I was nearly home. So that was fine. But I know I'm not always going to be that lucky. So it's about thinking about maybe, if I've got the opportunity to do a tour for 6 weeks, or maybe break it up into 2-3 week sections, and come home in between, I'll always try and do that, because it's a lot of pressure on my partner to do all of the family stuff without me while I'm not there, and so that there's feelings of guilt there as well. But my mum came up and stayed for those 3.5 weeks as well, and she's a better wife than I am a husband. So all the food was cooked and all the dishes were done and everything. Much more than I would do. So that was cool. But it's mad, because you come back and your kids have got, they're not playing that game that they used to play. They're playing something else. They're not friends with this person, friends with that person, and things have kind of moved on while you've been away. To you, it's gone by like that. But, time's carried on going at home. So it is a small sacrifice that you've got to make if you want to sort of take your music around the world and play it to as many people as possible.
Yeah. That's a mad thing. That's a mad thing in terms of what you said in regards to the kids. Like, the game that they're playing, they're not playing anymore. The friends that they're not friends anymore. And it feels like within that short space of time that it could feel like for you, things have changed for them. Do you know what I mean? That's something that's not often talked about. So it was wicked that you brought that up, because like I don't even think about those things, especially not having kids. Do you know what I mean? And that is part of, that could be part of the sacrifice that you kind of have to make sometimes with doing this thing and that. But thank you for opening up on that. Do you know what I
No
mean?
worries,
on that
man.
level as well. I appreciate that, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up yourselves. But I'm wicked, and nice one for coming as well. Right. I've got one more question for both of you. I do this with everybody. It has to be done. I know I've only got a few minutes of your time left before you've got to live life. Do you know what I'm saying? But for both of you, yeah, Armageddon I come tomorrow. Well, I done. Everybody dead up. You get me? But you can have one more meal. Yeah. What meal would that be? Starting with Bobby. What would be
Have you
your
ever been
last
to the
meal?
burrito place on Piccadilly Gardens? Burrito Express.
Yeah.
And it's literally at the sides of your head. One of them. Easy.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. Easy.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's closed down now, sadly, so I can't do that. I'll have to die hungry. But but yeah, that's my answer quite easily.
Okay.
How many
so
courses
massive
am I
head
allowed to
burrito.
choose?
It's your meal, bro.
Meal. So
It's your
starter,
last
main
thing.
course, pudding.
Yeah.
Can I have a chef's welcome, petit fours, aperitif?
If you want to go that sick, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, it's your thing. It's your thing. But yeah,
Okay.
Castle spread.
All right. So I'll start with my main and then work outwards. All right. So
Aight,
I'm
aight.
gonna say a big fucking ribeye steak with
Excuse me.
like
Ooh.
a sort of mushroom Diane sauce. So you got the cream in there, the brandy, the mustard. You know, you got that
Okay.
umami, and then like triple fried chips that get a proper crunchy. So you're dipping them in the sauce. They're holding the sauce, but they're still crunchy. You put them in,
Okay.
and it's just an explosion of flavor in your mouth.
Okay.
So that'd probably be my main.
Shit.
No oysters. They were nice, but this is my last meal, man. It's my last fucking scran.
Yeah. Remember, there's two other questions to go with this as well. But yeah, carry on.
For pudding, I'm reckoning some sort of creme brulee, or maybe like with maybe something like sort of raspberry coulis in the bottom, in the base. You know, really crunchy shell. Smash it open with a spoon.
Oh, okay, James. Okay.
And maybe something quite simple for a starter, something like calamari, calamari rings.
You asked me about food, Dilly, man. You knew what you were doing.
Calamari rings.
You knew you just
dipping it
bought
in
10
like
minutes
sort
of time.
of homemade sweet chili sauce with the but like
Okay,
spicy,
cool.
really, really hot sweet chili sauce. Just really nice.
Cool.
Palate warmer.
So burrito, big massive head size burrito for you, and ribeye steak, calamari starters, and creme brulee. That's some goodness. Do you know what I mean?
Lala Easy says,
Right.
"Can I have dinner with you?"
Yeah. So you got your last meal, but if there was anywhere in the world that you would be able to enjoy this meal, any place that you haven't been to but you get the chance to go to, like where in the world would you pick to enjoy this meal? Starting with you, James.
Maybe Rome, like in the orange garden that I proposed to my wife, overlooking the Vatican.
All right, James. All right, fair play. Come on, Robbie.
Didn't you say it's got somewhere I've never been before?
It can be anywhere in the world. It's your last day. Armageddon. Everybody dead tomorrow. You get me? Like.
The number one place I always want to go in my life is Tokyo. Quite easily. Tokyo in general.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to top that one. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
You don't. Yeah, but like Tokyo in general, you got a big head burrito in it. That's easy to carry. Do you know what I mean? Whilst you're scrambling up, and
it feels a bit weird to eat
the full-on three-course meal. Do you know what I mean? But just getting about Japan, like before everything done.
You tell me that doesn't sound like a good fucking day. Walking around
Japan. Yeah, definitely.
I'm down.
And then,
yes, Becky, big ups.
Yeah, and then. Do you know what I mean? The last question. Obviously, significant other family is going to be there with you. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But if there was anybody, dead or alive, that you would love to enjoy this meal with and pick their brains about anything, have a conversation with, whatever. Starting with you, Robbie, who would that be?
Paul Heavy P. Wilden. That's it. that solemn silence because that's those who don't know it's because before you even finish the question, I knew that's the answer. That's my best friend that died in 2020, and he's a friend of all of us three. We all played at his memorial night. He's a legend. R.I.P. Heavy P. Sorry to end on that sad note, but it's true.
No,
it's true. Yeah, no, it's true. It's real. It's real. For real, man. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, James, same to you, man.
Maybe my granddad. Yeah, he died at 92, so he had a good innings, but want to bring him back. I probably wouldn't want to bring him back at 92. Maybe when he was like 75. I'd want him to enjoy it.
Yeah. But never.
Yeah,
That's the landing.
so, okay.
Yeah, man. Definitely. That's a beautiful.